Alrighty, welcome back to another Cube Draft. Here we've got a 4v4 today. I've got a team of Jujubeen, Hank, and Sandy Dog. So, me and Sandy on the same team. Battling against Falcon Eye, Dan, Mac, and Xantos. So, the squad of a lot of folks you recognize here from this Cube Discord, and a pack that has, well, it's got a Mana Vault in it. Mana Vault is a fine first pick. 1 mana. It's kind of like the colorless Dark Ritual, but you also can use it the turn after, so you can play it turn 1, play a 5-drop on turn 2. I think Mana Vault's better than Animate Dead, pick 1, pack 1. It's kind of close. Animate Dead's a pretty good card, but getting a colorless ramp artifact is, especially a powerful one like this, I think is better than taking Animate Dead. There's also Skull Clamp. Totally reasonable to pick Skull Clamp too. I actually do like the card a lot now, but I'm going to take Mana Vault here, and follow up, there's Jace the Mind Sculptor. It's a fine card to Mana Vault out. There's Necromancy to go with the Animate Dead, so I hope Mac enjoys. There's Dream Halls, Bolus' Citadel, Triplicate Titan. I think I just take Jace here. There's also Athari Sun's Glory, which is a pretty good card. Don't think it's crazy to Jace, and let's see, it's an 8-player draft. Necromancy, Athari, Revoker, Mastermind, consider. Yeah, Dreamhalls probably doesn't wheel, but that's okay. We'll take Jace here and probably just follow it up with Preordain. I think Preordain is just really, really good. It just makes every deck more consistent. Tireless Tracker's good. Chandra's pretty good. I do like Thieving Skydiver. I am not a huge Persist fan. I think that not hitting legendaries and giving -1/-1 is a pretty big deal. But yeah, I'm gonna slam Preordain here. Don't see a reason to go into another color. There's also Raugrin Triumph, which is not an unreasonable pick here, but well, I think actually it would be unreasonable to take Raugrin Triumph. It is close to Preordain once you know you're going to be some or all of those colors. Given that I just have Mana Vault and Jace right now, I think I'd rather take Preordain. And I'm kind of happy because Preordain I think is the best card in this pack, so getting to take the best card's always nice. Oh, Prismatic Vista, huh? Yeah, hard to pass that one up. Kaito, Shrine, Zernorb, Urtai are going to go. Dismember's going to go. Maybe Bargain or High Tide comes back. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be in the market for any of those cards, but I think it's a pretty easy Prismatic Vista given what we already have right now. Could end up being a control deck, could end up being mid-range, could end up being combo. Kind of will depend. All right, so this pack has, well, the best cards are all black. There's Snuff Out, Toxic Deluge, and Fatal Push. There's also Ledger Shredder, which is okay. I don't think Ledger Shredder is terrible, but it's not like amazing. There's also Hard Evidence, which I think is pretty good. Getting a Crab and a Clue for 1 mana isn't bad. I'm kind of thinking of just taking Toxic Deluge. Just Planeswalkers and Sweepers go together nicely, and Deluge I think is just the best overall card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get anything good back here, but I'll take the Deluge. Having Prismatic Vista also as a color fixer makes me a little more prone to want to take another color of card. I do like Hard Evidence. I just don't like it enough to take over Toxic Deluge given how good Toxic Deluge can be here. We're still not, heading down any particular direction besides maybe, I don't know, right now it looks kind of like Blue-Black Control is the place we're starting, but certainly could change. I don't think Tendrils is going to come back. There's 3, 6. There's going to be 2 cards in the pack. Probably like Elesh Norn, Magus the Order or something like that is my guess. So, Mox Diamond 6 pick, huh? There's also Hymn to Turok, but I think I'm just going to take Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond's really good. And it helps fix colors and helps accelerate. So, yeah, Mox Diamond it is. Wild pack. Okay, so this pack has Thespian Stage and Venser. I'll just probably take Venser here. Don't have a strong reason to take Stage, and Venser is solid in this kind of deck. That's a pretty late Pestermite. Chain Lightning's also good. Scrubland's also not bad. I already have a black card, and just like Esper Control could be decent. There's also Batterskull in case I pick up Stoneforge, so that's not crazy either. Fire Covenant's also a solid card, but I already have a Toxic Deluge. Don't really want a second version of that card and different colors. I guess I'm leaning towards Scrubland here, because with Prismatic Vista, Scrubland, and Mox, Could easily splash other things, though I think I will still just take Thief of Sanity. Thief is a pretty good card. Good with Mox. I think I like it a little more than Mentor here. The Mentor is also pretty good, and I have Mox, Mana Vault, Preordain, Jace. Leyline Binding, I mean, any of these with these 3 cards seems reasonable. Leyline Binding, or Thief of Sanity, or Monastery Mentor, but Scrubland makes me a little more prone. I'll actually pick up the Mentor here. I kind of think that could be good. Oh, it's a late Night's Whisper. Yeah, I'll take that. Over Phyrexian Revoker, Bolsa Citadel, Triplicate Titan. Probably take Chupacabra now. I'm not like the most excited about it, but I'm not playing any of these other cards. Oh, Zernorb did wheel. So did Yawgmoth's Bargain. Huh. Interesting. We're not really set up to be a Zernorb deck. Are we? How likely are we to play Bargain? Mana Vault is what's making me kind of feel like Bargain could be a card. All right, I'll take it just in case. Oh, sorry, there's 7 cards left. So it was Elish Norn, Magus Order, and Arctrail. I'll take the Elish Norn for the sideboard. Oh, sure, I'll take Seacrum Coast. That's a nice pickup. Late Savine's Reclamation as well. Okay, so we're like, I mean, the Bargain I think is actually kind of speculative. So we're basically like Esper Control here with 2 pieces of acceleration, a couple pieces of card draw, a sweeper, and then these things. Sure. This is not a terrible start. Okay, what do we got? Well, there's Underworld Breach. Obviously, I like that card. There's also Solitude and Comet Stellar Pup. Comet's actually pretty busted. Starts with 5 loyalty. You pay 0 and you roll a 6-sided die. Roll a 1 or a 2, it gets +2 loyalty, and you get 2 1/1 hasters, so green scrolls. If you roll a 3, it has -1 loyalty, and you get a card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Not just permanent, just any card. 4 or 5, you get to nug something equal to Comet's loyalty, and then -2 loyalty. And then 6, you +1 loyalty, and you can activate its ability twice more. That's where you really get the money there, is when you roll a 6. So is a red-white card better or a mono-white card better? I don't think I'm actually going to take Underworld Breach here. I'm not really that set up for it. I kind of feel like Solitude might actually be good here. Solitude's kind of a combo with Bargain, actually. I think we'll just take Solitude. I don't know. This pack has Inquisition of Kozilek. Oh, it has Caracas. Caracas to go with Venser is pretty nice. And I think taking like Teferi, Inquisition, Mesmeric Fiend, Mindstone, these are all like pretty comparable, but Caracas is very, very good. Scrubland and Prismatic Vista and Mox Diamond and Seachrome Coast, that's a lot of fixing already, going into, like, after pack 1 having 3 duels plus a Mox Diamond, well, 2 duels, a Mox Diamond, and then a 3-color land in Prismatic Vista, means that I kind of feel like I can take a double white card and still cast my spells. Also, it's possible that Chupacabra is the splash, who knows. This pack has Treachery, Spell Queller, that's Ponder. We're going to take Ponder. Ponder is very good. And I even have a fetch land. So we'll take Ponder. Passing a Birds and an Atali as well. Those are both pretty good cards, but... All right, what do we got here? Oh, Polluted Delta. And Resto and Jace. But Polluted Delta with Scrubland means this is another tri-land, all untapped. So, yeah. We'll be taking Polluted Delta. And... we're firmly into Esper Control territory. We've got some solid cards, some good answers. Deluge and Solitude are pretty nice. I actually like the way Mentor's looking here. Having Ponder and Preordain and Night's Whisper plus 2 artifact acceleration makes Mentor pretty threatening. 7 cards are going to be gone here. Yeah, I might get Wrath of God back. I wouldn't be surprised. I suppose there's a small chance I get Restoration Angel back, but I would not count on that. Certainly Volcanic is not coming back. Not that Volcanic actually looks that good. Curious about this Bargain. What would it take to make Bargain good? I guess Tendrils is already gone. This pack has Vendilion Click, Show and Tell, World Spineworm. I think I'm just going to take V-Click because I have Caracas. Caracas V-Click is pretty nice. So pretty happy just taking that. It's a good disruptive element. My mana is really good here, too. Bargain and Solitude are a combo. You draw a bunch of cards, and you pitch to Bargain. Okay, so there's Rafine's Tower for an Esper Triland. There's Path, and there's Baleful Strix. I actually feel like my mana is pretty great. I've got Delta and Prismatic Vista are both 3-color lands, plus Scrubland's a dual, and Seachrome's a dual, so I don't actually think I need Rafine's Tower. I think I'd rather just take Baleful Strix. It's just a really good little value play. Path is also nice as another white card to pitch to Solitude, but I think I'd rather have Baleful Strix. Oh man, there's an LED, huh? I don't like passing Breach and LED, but Brain Freeze is the dangerous one, so I guess I will take... Well, I mean, there's Charticourse is good, Displacer Kitten. I guess it's good with Solitude and Venser and Jace. Yeah, Baleful Strix too. There's also Lingering Souls, which is a pretty solid card. And there's Liliana and Archangel Elspeth. But I could swing double white or double black cards if I needed to, for sure. I think I might just take Lingering Souls. I think Lingering Souls is a very solid card. And it's good with as another thing for Solitude. And it's just, if you're Esper, it's just a good value card. Ooh, now there's Brainstorm. I have 2 fetches. Yeah, happy taking that. Soul Herder Wield is good with 1, 2, 3 of my creatures already. And okay with Vendilion Click. Oh, I could also even play Chupacabra. Yeah, all right. Yeah, because I think Chupacabra would get in here. Oh, wow. Teferi Wield, so did Ashen Rider, and From the Catacombs. I think I'll just take Teferi, though. This looks like a great Teferi deck. It's got Mana Vault. It's got good interaction. Speaking of interaction, do I want Ophiomancer, Condemn, or Winds of Abandon? That's actually kind of close. They're all solid. I kind of like Condemn with Teferi and Jace. Being able to protect Planeswalkers at instant speed is pretty nice. So this deck's 23. Yeah, this deck's looking good. Oh, Sakura Tribe-Elder. I'll just take Wrath. It's fine. Passing a lot of green back to Dan here. But, I mean, both these packs had 2 green cards each, so I don't feel too bad about that. Here, I guess I'll hate a Voice of Resurgence. I don't think I'm playing Mishra's Factory. Oh, you know, would I play Tenacious Underdog? I actually might. I'll just take it anyway. Hate a Finale. Last pick, Archangel Elspeth. Okay. All right. Could use one more piece of Busted Artifact Acceleration, as always. Oh, there's Brain Freeze. But it's going the other direction from where we passed Underworld Breach and Lion's Eye Diamond. So I guess I don't have to hate it. There's also Dark Depths, but I think we're just going to take Force of Will. This is a fantastic Force of Will deck. I've got a lot of blue cards, a bunch of cantrips. It's great with Planeswalkers like Jace and Teferi. It's great with Monastery Mentor. So, good Force of Will deck. Probably won't wheel anything too interesting, but that's okay. I mean, maybe Ether Channeler comes late. Who knows? I'm not playing Finale. I don't think I'm playing Bargain or Savine's Reclamation or Elesh Norn, any of those. So this is... Well, we only need a couple playables, honestly. We're already at 19. Right now, this would be 19 lands, so we just need 1 or 2 playables. This product's probably just going to be Verdant Catacombs as a black-white land. Because, like, yeah, Blades Placer is fine, so is Intrepid Adversary, but I'm not going to feel that bad if I miss out on those. And Verdant as another fetch, especially with Brainstorm and Ponder, seems awesome. I guess at some point maybe picking up a blue-black land to make Verdant even better would be nice, but I'm not too worried about that. I guess Archangel Elspeth might not make the cut. And Chupacabra probably makes the cut with Soul Herder. This looks like a good Soul Herder deck. Having Solitude, Chupacabra, Vencers are a lot already, and then you add in Baleful Strix and Vendilion Click. That seems pretty good. Condemn might be a sideboard card as well, so... Might move those down there. Oh, so here we have Shelldock Isle and Cryptic Command. I'm just going to take Shelldock. Also, Trop would be nice to make Verdant into a blue land if I needed it, but Shelldock is great. So I'm just going to take Shelldock. Okay, this pack has Council's Judgment, Black Virtue, a black-white land, Lake of the Dead, not really a Lake of the Dead deck. There's also Upheaval, which is good with Mana Vault, but otherwise, this isn't really that great of an Upheaval deck because I'm just playing to the board mostly. Kind of think I just take Council's Judgment here. It's just a solid removal spell, which is what this deck wants. What I could use a little more of is counters. I just have Force of Will and I guess Venser and Vendilion Click as like ways to fight against combo decks. The Force of Will goes a really long way there. Against creatures, I have like Wrath, Toxic Deluge, Council's Judgment. I have a lot. Okay, so this pack has Daze, which I do like, and Colonnade, which I love. I think I'm going to take Colonnade. Colonnade in these kinds of decks is so good because you're trying to win by damage. It's fixing. It's a threat. It just does everything you want. So, it seems pretty great. Passing up on Scarab Gob, Currency Converter, Tainted Pact. Also, I have a lot of cantrips, so this deck will be pretty consistent, which I also do like. Little Teferi would be a nice pickup if I see one. Counterspell, Mana Leak, Miscalculation, Remand. Well, Mana Drain's probably not going to happen, but all those would be nice. Oh, and Flooded Strand? Perfect Mana? Yeah. This isn't really a balanced deck. I have a ton of creatures, and I already have 2 sweepers. All right. We'll just have literal perfect mana. Maybe I'll play Archangel Elspeth. I mean, I have enough playables already. Like, this is 20 lands plus Mox Diamond right now, so I'd have to cut 2, and that would be very easy to do. Well, this pack's actually a miss. There's no blue, black, or white cards that are playable, so I think I'm just going to hate Goldspan Dragon because it's the best card. Late Urza and Gaunty. Don't think I need Infernal Grasp or Touch the Realm. Maybe I just take Urza here. It's pretty good with Soul Herder. It's pretty good with Caracas. Yeah, it's a pretty reasonably strong card. Just don't need to build an Urza deck to have Urza be good. Yeah, it's not even a bad thing if I have to play Archangel Elspeth or Tenacious Underdog or Condemn. Those are all fine. That was pick 8, so now we're back to the wheel here. So Dak Fade and Wield is a good card. I'll probably still take it this pack. We're not really set up to play it. None of our fixing except Prismatic Vista gets red. There's also Fire Ice, but the same kind of deal. I guess there's also Mox Diamond. I'll just take the Dak even if I don't end up playing it. Oh, Blade Splicer Wield? Yeah, sure. I think I'll play Blade Splicer here. Artifact for Urza. Good with Soul Herder. I think it's a little better than March of Otherworldly Light. Savannah and Overgrown Tomb don't do much for me. I don't think I would play Kenrith in this deck. I think I'm just going to hate the Zealous Conscripts. Guardian of Garroper versus Virtue of Persistence. I actually think this could be a decent Virtue deck. So I'll take that. And now I even get to cut a card here. I mean, with this deck, maybe I just cut the Wrath of God because I just picked up Virtue of Persistence. Oh, Daze Wield? Nice. I'll take it. I don't care about passing Elite Exploration. Definitely going to play Daze, though. Oh, it's actually not a terrible Karmic Guide deck either. Okay, let's take a look what we want to do here, because this is a card or two. It's only a card or two over here. So save it. Esper Value. I mean, this is pretty close to where we want to be. If I want to add Karmic Guide and Virtue and Daze, they're the last 3 cards I added, I probably need to cut at least 1 card. I could get away with 17 lands for sure. I don't need to play 18. Especially with all those cantrips. So, that means I'm only 1 card over here. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I mean, Daze, Night's Whisper, Baleful Strix, Blade Splicer, Lingering Souls. I feel good about cutting the Wrath. That part's totally fine. I could also cut Ravenous Chupacabra, but I like it with Soul Herder, and my mana is honestly just perfect. I have... The only thing I'm missing is that Verdant can't get blue, but Flooded Strand and Delta are both tri-lands, so is Prismatic Vista. So I have 3 tri-lands and 4 dual lands, plus a Mox Diamond. So yeah, I don't have to worry too much about the colors of mana here. That just means I'm 1 card over. I don't need Snowlands either, so I'm not going to add those. Maybe it is the Virtue that gets cut. We'll go Tempest Lands. Let's see. If I have 2 swamps, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plenty of white. And then 2. 3 islands is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 blue plus Mox is 10. Yeah, I guess I kind of want one more blue and probably one less white just because of all the cantrips. I don't think I want to play one less land. I just don't need to do that. And that probably means that, is it Karmic Guide that goes? I have 10 creatures. I do have some pretty good creatures. It's also Virtue of Persistence could also, that is one of my cheaper cards, which is nice. My curve is a little bit high. Yeah, maybe I'll side in Karmic Guide, something like that. All right, that's a pretty good deck. I like the way this ended up. Could use a little bit more against combo, but honestly having Daze and Force of Will is pretty big. And then Venser and Vendilion Click. Like, I guess a Thoughtseize or something would have been perfect. But otherwise, I like how this turned out. Let's see what we're playing against. Alrighty, time for round 1. I am on the draw. Yeah, I will keep this hand. This hand could use a Mox Diamond or something, but because it's a little slow. But Solitude helps, and turn 3 Lingering Souls into one of these things could also be decent. We'll see. Playing against Esper, so I guess maybe speed is not the biggest issue. Oh, Shelldock, nice. That is a great draw. What do you stash under here? Oh, we're going to stash Virtue of Persistence under here because end of turn I can just cast the 7-drop Virtue and immediately bring a creature back. That's pretty nice. Virtue of Persistence is a pretty nice one. All right. I guess we're chilling. I'll cast Lingering Souls. I don't really see a reason not to. I could cast Soul Herder, but I kind of feel like Soul Herder with no targets and plays bad against open mana removal, whereas Lingering Souls, what are you going to do? Counter Lingering Souls? Kill one of the tokens? I don't care. I guess I'm worried about maybe a combo or something, but Dan's not doing anything. I will play one of my fetches. I'm going to keep one in order to have a shuffle effect, but I don't mind playing one of them here. I'll just leave up Venser. I don't really want Venser to get countered, but if Dan doesn't do anything, I am going to end of turn cast it. All right, let's get Scrubland. End of turn Venser. Just don't really have anything better to do. All right, I'll bounce Rafine's Tower. Okay, still nothing, huh? Wild. Let's attack. Okay, I mean, I think I lead with Soul Herder over Lingering Souls flashback because of miscalculation. Yeah, we'll flashback Lingering Souls now. I've got the Wrath, the Deluge. My teammate has Balance, so I'm going to just put a bunch of stuff onto the board. Wow. What is going on over here? I'll bounce your other Tri-land. I don't even feel like that bad if like a sweeper happens because, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like it, but I would get to hit with Cestral Colonnade. And at this point, you probably need to cycle one of those lands, yeah. All right. It's kind of hard to cast a sweeper with 3 islands in play. There's a swamp. Duress. Okay. Duress into Whiff. And Palantir? Sure. I'm not going to let them draw a card. How much? I mean, I can attack for 10, 12. All right, I took 5 off of Teferi. Ooh, Daze was actually a pretty nice little draw because it's not going to be expected. All right. Slam. Sword or Venser again. Venser your swamp. Now I have to let them draw off Palantir because don't want to die to like a World Spine Worm type deal. Not really doing much. This looks like a blue-black control deck, though I guess Spar's Headquarters implies another color of some kind. Cabal Ritual? Sure. So I guess we're a combo deck of sorts. Time Warp? All right, well, I'm going to... Not that that would have gotten you out of it, but I might as well Daze the Time Warp. I just feel like taking the guaranteed dub, even if it shows Daze, is a good idea. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they were up to exactly, but I guess we'll take game 1 here. barring something strange happening. You're gonna let the Palantir happen? Well, I'm gonna let you draw a Palantir. That even I can't go for value. Have Dan draw one card. Yes, you can draw a card. How dumb would it be to be like, oh, well, I'll make you a mill, and it's like an Ugin in a time spiral, and I just die. Seeing as that's like a blue-black combo deck, that makes me want to cut Chupacabra for like Tenacious Underdog as just a way to do a little more pressuring. I'll keep the Deluge in for now, though. I don't really know enough about what's going on here. So playing against this red-blue Sneak and Show. You got to see this. This is great. Sandy is playing, and Xantos cast Show and Tell, putting Inferno Titan into play, and Sandy put Emrakul the Aeon's Torn into play. Oh, sneak attack. Classic just Show and Tell things, rather, not sneak attack. That was pretty good. Yeah, I guess I don't have much of a sideboard against that kind of deck. I suppose I could, at some point, try to put Dak in, but that doesn't really seem... Dak off Mountain, Mox Diamond, Prismatic Vista. Why play bad mana when I could just play good mana? I guess I could try to put in Bargain as well. Savine's Reclamation could be decent if playing against some kind of removal-based deck, but I didn't really see Dan do anything besides cast a Cabal Ritual, which Cabal Ritual is a pretty big signal. When your opponent casts Cabal Ritual, yeah, they're trying to do something there, you know? That you don't just put a Cabal Ritual in a deck at random. So I'm a little suspicious of that. But everything else we saw Time Warp, we saw some Tri-Lands, we saw Palantir, Teferi. Those could just be any kind of generic blue control deck. I guess I'm glad I have the Tenacious Underdog because I can, I don't know, have a slightly faster start. But that worked pretty well last turn, just going Venser, Soul Herder, Venser, and Lingering Souls, and that was enough to take it home. Okay. Oh, I guess Virtual Persistence is another card I could consider taking out, though I like the Virtual Persistence Sheldock Awe combo. That's pretty nice. Didn't come to it, but oh, look at this Tenacious Underdog hand. I would like to draw a land here, but even without that, I have turn 1 Tenacious Underdog, turn 2 Mentor. Oh, I think I might actually be binning Celestial Colonnade. As surprising as that might be, I want to be able to play a turn 2 Mentor. So keeping a tap land doesn't seem as appealing. Let's send with this. And I guess I'll play the Mentor and hope it resolves. Okay. I mean, Dan's going to want to make a play of some kind at some point. Oh, I clicked too fast. I missed that point of damage there because I am going to cast this Mana Vault. Drawing all lands after has made me regret discarding Celestial Colonnade, but what can you do? Pass the turn. Next turn, I guess I just attack and we have a decent clock here. Cantrip would be a great draw here. A little Ponder action, Preordain, something like that. Oh, well, we'll take Vendilion Click though. Now I attack, and then I just have, I'm lining up a turn 5 kill, and I'm going to get to click draw step. Oh, we got something. Subtlety. Okay. I guess you're going to block Mentor, sure. I guess I just go Toxic Deluge X equals 1. Because my Monk survives, my Underdog survives, then I pass, and then draw step, I click, and this is still just, oh, I guess we're one short of lethal now. We just need to draw any spell to have lethal. Assuming Dan can't interact here, but I don't know how likely that is. All right, what do you got? Sneak Attack, Hullbreaker, Horror, Time Warp. I mean, I guess it's just better to take Time Warp than not, but maybe I just take Hullbreaker, Horror. Oh, you don't have any black mana. Because if you draw black, you can go Ritual, Hullbreaker. I guess I'll just take Hullbreaker. It seems like it would be a little bit too greedy to If I take nothing or take Time Warp, you have one draw step to draw a swamp, I guess. Yeah. All right, there's a swamp. So it would have drawn the swamp off the Time Warp. So now you go Time Warp. And you have these 4 cards in hand. A bunch of rituals and a sneak attack. And the sneak doesn't even help because you don't have extra red. Gonna need to find an action spell here. So if I hadn't taken Hullbreaker, you'd Time Warp and then go Ritual, Hullbreaker, and that would be bad. Any spell wins the game off prowess, any non-creature spell. And other than that, I mean, I guess I attacked for 7 still, which is pretty good. Island, Ritual, Sneak. I mean, trying to do some sneak attack things, I suppose. So 2 blue-red sneak style decks. One has show and tell, one has sneak attack. That's funny. Dan's in the tank here. I mean, I guess if you have a bunch of rituals and drew like a Yogwill or something, what could you even do? Ritual, Yogwill, Ritual, Time Walk. Maybe you can get a sneak attack out at the same time. Who knows? Right now, I'm just going to get to attack for some damage. And that'll probably be good. I mean, this is a kind of fast clock, right? Turn 1, Tenacious Underdog. Turn 2, Mentor. Get some beats in. And then on my turn 5, I guess, or turn 4, their turn 5, my turn 4, I got to go V-click. Okay. Okay, there's the sneak. Sneak and then island and then hope that I don't draw a spell. All right. Spell for the win here. Well, so that's funny. I can't cast the Force of Will, but it is a Force of Will, so obviously it's good at countering their stuff. The problem is it actually can't counter a sneak creature, so I have to hope that these last 2 draw steps didn't involve Dan drawing any creatures. Though not every creature would, like, there aren't very many that would like straight up kill me, but there are some that, you know, you sneak in, I don't know, an Ashen Rider. I guess Ashen Rider actually wouldn't solve the problem either. Well, we'll see if they've got anything to sneak in. Hardcast Force is certainly on the table here. Oh, I'm just going to counter this. I would assume. We'll see what it is, but it costs a lot of mana. Harnfell Horn of Bounty. 3 cards left. I'm going to counter that because that gets you a lot of extra cards. This is the Burgee flip side. And that will probably do it, I would imagine. 1 black mana left and a bunch of rituals. Maybe you could add tendrils here. You can go Ritual, Tendrils for 10. If the last card in hand is literally Tendrils of Agony. It doesn't end the game. I just take 10. But we'll see. We got something here. Yep, there's Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual Cycle Rafine's Tower. Yeah, that's not going to do it. That is not going to do it. And there we go. Round 1, little dub. Let's get on to round 2. Alrighty, time for round 2. I am on the draw, and this hand is great. Turn 1, Mox, discarding Island. Night's Whisper, turn 2, Mentor. Oh. This is the same choice as last time, but this time, I think I'm just going to keep the Colonnade. The reason being, I'm drawing 2 off Night's Whisper. Yeah, paid off. I think discarding a really powerful land just didn't seem like a good bet. I'm actually going to wait 1 turn. Against red-black, I think playing Mentor with Brainstorm up to at least get 1 token out of the deal seems like a good idea. Lelia? Okay. That's acceptable. You know what? I'm actually going to let Lelia get a hit in if need be, so I can keep up Brainstorm here. Oh, I F6'd, and I got snuffed. Well, that was awkward. Not ideal. Showdown of the Scalds, sure. What do you have? Mind Twist, Talisman. Oh, so what I think I'm actually going to do... Oh, Prismatic Vista is even better. I'm going to play this, get an island so I can actually cast Daze. So yeah, I should have played that a little differently. Obviously getting to Brainstorm with Mentor out would have been nice. Let's untap these 2 lands. So I have Daze up and Brainstorm up and Caracas up. And I'll let my opponent decide what to do. I kind of assume that we're getting Mind Twisted, and I have enough cards that Mind Twist for the full amount is just going to get dazed. Oh, sure, Talisman first, I guess. Still seems hard not to just Mind Twist here. And now I'll just cast Daze. Hard cast Daze on Mind Twist is going to work out nicely. Draw off to Fairy. Now I just Brainstorm, and this is just great. Let's put back these lands. Land, Crack Flooded Strand. Get to go Urza here. And then end of turn, I'm gonna get to untap these 2 lands. And now I have Urza protected by Caracas with Solitude, Deluge, and Chupacabra up against creatures. So yeah, that'll be a pretty easy round 1. Or game 1. Condemn seems okay. Karmic Guide also seems okay. Manglehorn is pretty annoying against both Mana Vault and Mox Diamond, but I don't think I'm supposed to cut them. I kind of want to cut Toxic Deluge. I can't cut Force of Will or Daze against Mind Twist, unfortunately. Maybe I just don't play the Condemn and I just swap in Karmic Guide. Just as a way to fight against removal spells. A nice little hand. A little turn 1 Preordain, turn 2 Blade Splicer. Or turn 2 Virtue rather, and then turn 3 Blade Splicer. Bottom. You know what, I'm actually going to put a Mox on the bottom. I kind of feel like I could just play a little slower. I don't need to be moxing out here. All right, now I get to play Shelldock. Hide Urza under the Shelldock. And turn 3, I can either V-Click or Blade Splicer. It'll kind of depend. If I have to Force of Will something this turn, that's a different thing. Cobra, no land. Let's go Virtue, kill the Cobra. Play Mana Vault, and I actually can just cast Virtue next turn, which I think I'm going to do. Virtual Persistence just sits in play and puts a creature onto the graveyard or onto the battlefield under your control from the opponent's graveyard. Oh, am I getting my Mana Vault blown up? Sure. I might actually end up taking out Mox Diamond and Mana Vault here. Well, I'm not going to because we're not going to need a 3rd game. But if we did, just the fact that they've got Manglehorn and Embereth Shieldbreaker, like Mox Diamond is really bad if they're just going to blow it up every time. Mana Vault's still pretty good. Kind of annoying that Manglehorn before Mana Vault like also gets it. Sure, Ukulele. Oh, into Snuff Out. All right. I don't really want to. I've been clicking a little too fast, but I didn't actually want to force that either. Hit Chandra, nice. That is good because that's not a land. All right. Let's go Baleful Strix. See what we draw. Because if we draw a white source, could Council's Judgment. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna send for 1 and pass. I think I will draw step V-click here. Instead of leaving out Force of Will. I'm getting close to getting to cast Virtue here. Okay, V-click you, or at least attempt to. Bolted. Escaped the Wilds, Flame Tongue, Mosswood, Dreadnought, Phyrexian Revoker. I guess I'll take the Mosswood Dreadnought, because that is basically a free card. Pass. Exiled Showdown of the Scalds. All right, I'll take it. All right. A spell or white source would both be fine. Just need to not miss on all that. hand right now currently is these 3 cards plus maybe a land, but probably not. Oh, there it is. There it is, a land. All right. And Revoker naming Teferi, perhaps. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. All right. Okay, well, this is kind of brutal to, like, I guess I'll hit with this to not hit a white source or a spell, but I still think I'm actually doing okay here because I'm going to get to Hardcast Force this turn. And Laylee is actually getting me to Shelldock pretty fast. Though I'm actually getting pretty fast to Shelldock by myself as well. Okay, what are we exiling? Snow-covered mountain. All right, so finally did hit a land. I'm going to chump, and the reason is I've got a Virtue of Persistence coming. So, and then I'm going to counter this. Because I'm going to cast Virtue next turn. All right, draw. This is, of course, the turn I draw the planes. It's okay. Let's just get basic planes. I'm still just going to cast Virtue of Persistence here, because having this in play is going to make everything much easier. Let's just chill. I can block with Vendilion Click if I need to. Okay, Escape to the Wilds. Exiling Hymn to Turok, Othari, some lands. Yeah, I might get hymned this turn. Let's see what gets exiled here. Another land, sure. I will just block. Next turn, I'll probably just get Baleful Strix here. Oh, we're not hymning me? Oh, did I already play a land? All right, well, or Flame Tongue. Othari's coming out, so let's actually get Baleful Strix here. We'll draw a card. Okay, Urza's also on its way. Okay, put back Badlands. This can't get white, unfortunately, but I can still go Council's Judgment, kill Lelia. Wow, Virtual Persistence is actually really going to do the job here, isn't it? And then play Celestial Colonnade. I'm going to get hymned. Well, I think I still play the Colonnade. The reason is I can go Urza off of Shelldock and then upkeep spin Urza to get my top 2 cards out of here. And then this lets me play Colonnade and discard Verdant Catacomb, which I think is fine. Okay, is this Othari? Sure. The Sun's Glory. Not going to hymn me first, huh? Oh, Shielder's Edict. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. All right, let's Urza in response. And then what I'm going to do is actually going to sack the Urza, because I still get to Virtue the Urza if I want. Though actually, I think I'm just going to block Othari here. Take 2. And then on my upkeep, I'll just get Othari Sun's Glory back. Draw. I don't care that I missed on my draw step. Lingering Souls. Play Verdant and slam with these. Virtual Persistence, just doing the job here. It's going to be pretty hard for Mac to beat Virtue going off every turn. Pretty nice. I guess if you find a way to kill the Virtue, but even then I've got like such a squad here. Yeah, get my Seachrome Coast. And that'll be a nice little 2-0 here, barring something strange happening. Boom. 2-0. Nice little fair deck. Let's see if we can get round 3. Alrighty, time for round 3. Had to restart the video, but so far all that's happened in this game is I've cast a Night's Whisper and Falconized cast Student of Warfare plus Hull Breacher. It's a little bit of construction going on, so I'm trying to bear with it, but I'm going to get attacked now, and I'm probably going to just try to slam a Venser. And if this doesn't work, then I can follow it up with Toxic Deluge after taking a little damage. Alright, so Venser resolved. I'm going to bounce Student of Warfare, attempt to block Hull Breacher, and happy enough with this outcome. Obviously, This played around counterspells fairly nicely. And, oh, what do you have? The Wandering Emperor here? Oh, Resto. Sure. That doesn't bother me too much because now I just get to play Verdant, but I just play Chupacabra here. And you know what? I'm going to get a little greedy. I'm just going to Chupacabra the Resto. I'm actually going to hit with the Venser. Why not? Pass the turn. And hope that Falconite doesn't slam a draw 7 or something. Phyrexian Metamorph. Okay. Copy the Chupacabra. Would have preferred if Falcon killed the Venser, because now the Soul Herder is a lot less impressive. All right, let's see. Do you play a Student of Warfare as well? Oh, Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. Stoneforge Mystic is fine. I'll get my... Well, I guess I only had one thing left to get, huh? Oh, because I drew another swamp there. All right, 2 cards in hand, 1 Student of Warfare, and we got Cauldron Complete. Well, pretty clear that I'm going to Deluge this turn. Make sure to not ponder before casting Deluge because there's a Hull Breacher in play. All right, we block. Let's go Toxic Deluge for 2. I do have to watch out for Cauldron, but I might just V-click that at some point here. Oh. You know what? I'm not going to shuffle because going Shelldock will clear those 2 lands off. I just need to hit a spell. Boom. 1 spell's enough. Teferi's great. Pass the turn. I'm at 22, so I'm very close to getting to use the Shelldock. And then here, I'm probably gonna Cauldron or V-click the Cauldron here, and I'm at 5. Yeah, the Student of Warfare is going to attack for a lot of damage. It's going to be a little annoying. Oh, Council's Judgment. Okay, well, in that case, let's just do that. Exile Student of Warfare. I think passing the turn's fine, because this way, if Falconeye has a counterspell, they have to tap mana. Boom. All right. Yeah, let's take Cauldron Complete. Leave you with Otawara and Recruiter, and we'll see what you Recruiter for here. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria is coming out next turn as well. Like I said, excuse me, they are working on something here, but should be just about done. I'm also working on something, a 3-0, you know? All right, Recruiter got Loran. Loran blew up my Mox. I don't even care because now I get to go Monastery Mentor. 20 cards left. This is just so perfect. The last card in Falconeye's hand is Otawara, but this Teferi ought to just end the game. Teferi making a Mentor token. Gonna get to +1 it to draw a card and untap land so I can go end of turn Brainstorm. I even have Prismatic Vista. Wow. Send with this. Untap. Seachrome Coast and Scrubland. Pass the turn. Get to make another token. Get to shuffle away things with Vista. This is working out impressively well. Got to watch out for Hull Breacher in the future for sure. Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, that can't kill Planeswalkers. So it's going to get the Mentor. I'm going to Brainstorm in response here. And I don't think Otawara is gonna save you now. I guess using Loran here at some point isn't terrible for Falconeye because I'm drawing a lot more cards, so this keeps the ratio a little bit closer. We're gonna crack Horizon Canopy, sure. Not a big deal. Let's let this happen. Oh, I guess I actually want to yield to these. And these. All right. And Brainstorm. Oh, these are some good action. Let's put Mana Vault back. Actually, next turn, Mana Vault. I can actually go. No, then I have to shuffle away Jace. All right, let's do it like this. I'll let the Mentor go. Can't use Otawara currently. Can't really attack because I have 2 Monk tokens here. Next turn, I'm just going to draw them both with Teferi. I'm just not going to crack the Vista. I like my top couple cards. March of Otherworldly Light, a token. Sure. Into an attack here. 5. All right, I'll block the Tolarian. I'll go to 4. I don't think this is gonna really do the job. Let's just draw the Mana Vault first. Play Jace. Jace to draw 3 cards. Yeah, Hull Breacher would mess me up. I would say that. Put back a land. And let's just put back Mana Vault. That's fine. And I'm just going to attack for 3 and pass. Untap 2 lands and have up Solitude, I think is fine. This way I don't get randomly Cauldred to death or anything like that. Recruiter can attack me down to 3, but that still lets me use my 2 fetches, so I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll go to 3. And I'll just wait to go end of turn Solitude if an opportunity presents itself. Usher. Perfect. Okay. Go to 2. Go to 1. Cast Solitude. And you can Otawara the Solitude if you want, I guess. Falcon Eye's battling. Heart of a Champion over here. But I don't think it's going to work out. Champion's Heart or not, getting to attack here. Let's send in these for 6. And I kind of think you Otawara the Solitude because you're, I don't know, trying to set up sneaking in the last point of damage or something, but it's not really a winning move to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Falcon Eye is gonna be in good shape here. I mean, your options are either to let me gain 3 life off a lifelinker, or yeah, I think Otawaring it is actually the best call, because maybe I end up in a spot where I let the recruiter kill me. I don't think so though. I'm gonna +2 Winds of Abandon. No, you can keep Winds of Abandon. +1 to Fairy. Land. Solitude. Kill Recruiter. And I guess just pass the turn. Untap some lands that are irrelevant. You draw Winds of Abandon. I guess you just cast it with Kicker here. Or Overload, as it were. I get my last 2 lands into play. I have 9 cards left. I guess I've drawn a lot of cards this game. Oh, that ought to be good enough. +2U. Thalia, huh? Urza. Soul Herder. All right. And Teferi 2 lands, Soul Herder the Urza, so I can get another token here. And now I have lethal next turn. Untap 2 lands, and I actually just get to Force of Will the Thalia if I need to. Let's see. All right, up a game here. And I think I do want Wrath of God, and I do want Condemn. Kind of don't want Daze, maybe. And I'm a little worried about Soul Herder. I think I got to keep Force of Will, though. Soul Herder's good if I can get something going here. Gotta let the dog out. The dog's going nuts. Right. In any case, I closed the dog in, and she did not like that. Well, I didn't want her getting in the way of the person fixing our bathroom. In any case, I get to take out one more card here. I don't think it's... you know what? Maybe it is just Night's Whisper. The reason being, it's pretty bad against Hull Breacher. It's kind of bad on the draw. I still think this isn't bad. Okay. I'm going to keep this hand. Because I'm a little greedy. Toxic Deluge is great. Mana Vault is good. Actually, let's just go turn 1 Mana Vault. And if I draw Plains, I can just go turn 2 Teferi with Condemn up. I guess I can't turn 2 Teferi with Condemn up. But I can go Toxic Deluge here. Let's see what I draw. Oh, do I Mox Diamond? I don't think I do. I think I just go Deluge for 1. And then I'm going to keep up Brainstorm. Actually, I'm just going to Brainstorm now because of Hull Breacher. And I think I put Wrath, or actually Mox and Wrath back. Mox is the one I'm going to shuffle away. I don't really want that. Okay, no threat here. Play a land. I'm going to go to 16. I'll get a Plains, and I'm actually just going to cast a Soul Herder, which is like kind of dorky, but I don't really have anything else to do. Oh, sure. I'll take Spell Queller. Spell Queller, totally fine. All right, well, land would be really nice here that produces white mana for a nice little Wrath. Oh, baby. Yeah. I don't have a blue-white land to get, but I have a scrub land. And I get to go Wrath of God and get my Soul Herder back. That's just perfection. Some might call it Chef's Kiss. And then I have Teferi plus 2 removal spells in hand. Okay, I'm not going to untap it. I will cast the Chalupa Cabra, though. I'm going to pass. I don't want to attack into Soul Herder. I will flicker that because it puts a counter on Soul Herder. There's nothing, and the Chupacabra does not have to kill your own creature, which is nice. Let's just say no. All right. Rewarded Teferi. I'm going to +1 it. If Falconeye had Hull Breacher, then I would be okay with that because then I would get to Soul Herder the Chupacabra and kill the Hull Breacher. So, and I kind of got the sense that Falconeye didn't. I don't really want to attack into Resto Angel. There's no real need to do that. So, I feel like this is a good plan. Falconeye currently can't play creatures, and I've got a Teferi out, and I'm drawing extra cards every turn. So, this is going to be a tough one. I could even Vendilion click this turn on my end step with Teferi. Is this Winds of Abandon or something? Oh, Cauldra Complete. Oh, and I have Condemn for it. That'll probably do it. That is going to be game, match, and draft, I believe, here. Okay, Condemn. Yeah, that'll prompt a concession. That's Falconeye's last card. That'll do it, and we not only won this match and 3-0'd, but we also won the draft. So, boom, we got there. Awesome draft. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you hanging out, and I was really impressed with Virtual Persistence. That one game, it was really good. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with another awesome draft. Less fair than this one, but you know what? Perfect mana and all solid cards worked out totally fine. I'll see you next time.